The United States promotes itself as a bastion of democracy, but even Americans admit the world's most developed democracy is a failed state. It is the American system that is to blame. Party politics is how democracy operates in the United States. It is designed to give different political viewpoints a stake in the country's future. But in reality, the battle for seats in Congress is making politics a weapon for selfish gains. As a result, a democracy designed for the people is operated at the people's expense. The saga over the Affordable Care Act, or ACA, is a good example. In 2010, Democratic President Barack Obama signed his landmark healthcare overhaul into law with the strokes of 22 pens. But the following 10 years saw never-ending partisan tussles over the ACA. Republicans have tried at least 70 times to repeal or undercut the act. President Donald Trump is at the forefront of these efforts, which continued even as the COVID-19 pandemic enveloped the United States.
Together we're going to deliver real change that once again puts America first. That begins with immediately repealing and replacing the disaster known as Obamacare.
Obamacare has to be replaced, and we will do it, and we will do it very, very quickly. It is a catastrophe.
Our legislative work starts with repealing and replacing Obamacare. Obamacare is a disaster.
While striving to strike down Obamacare, Republicans have unveiled no alternative. If the ACA was abolished in the middle of the pandemic, 23 million Americans would lose their health coverage entirely, and 130 million would lose life-saving protections. And there are other dark sides to the broken system. To gain an upper hand in a partisan fight, politicians vie for support from big business. As a result, a system designed to ensure American citizens' voices are heard has become almost exclusive to the wealthy. Take the Trump administration's lack of action on gun control. From mass shootings in Texas to the bloody killings in Chicago, gun violence has long plagued the United States. According to the Pew Research Center, the country's gun death rate was 10.6 per 100,000 people in 2016. That's compared with 2.1 in Canada, 1.0 in Australia, and 0.9 in Germany. Polls consistently indicate that a majority of Americans support tougher gun laws, but the federal government is not acting.
Enough is enough! Enough is enough! Enough is enough! No more violence! And gun violence!
Trump has repeatedly emphasized the importance of gun ownership rights enshrined in the Second Amendment, and thus has been reluctant to sign stricter gun checks into law. But are gun ownership rights really behind Trump's decision? A look at Trump's connections with the National Rifle Association, or NRA, suggests a different answer. According to the Federal Election Commission, the NRA spent more than $30 million supporting Trump's 2016 campaign. The president cannot afford to offend his donors.
We want assault weapons bans in all states. We want our Congress people to stop taking money from the NRA.
Since its founding, the U.S. has been shouting democracy and declaring itself the bastion of it. But sadly, so-called democracy in America can be blamed for the country's rampant gun violence and the poor's helplessness in the face of excessive medical bills. Democracy is designed for the people, but in the United States, it is a rich man's game played at the expense of most Americans.